Hello, my absolutely beautiful Leo friends, and welcome to your horoscope for October of 2023. We're Leo this month. We are here. We have arrived. We're back in the eclipse energy. And these are going to be not only the last eclipses that we're going to have for the year, but it's also, we're going to have the last full moon lunar eclipse happening in the energy of Taurus, really bringing a completion to the cycle. And we'll see this culmination continue to work itself out over this next 6 months. It's a really big deal. You have done a lot of work, Leo, in your career, in your title that we call you in public, in accepting your new role and new ideas and philosophies that go with that role, challenging things from your childhood or from your roots that you've outgrown them and you've moved in a different direction. So there's a lot to celebrate as we're looking to this month, but it is a changeable month as well. We're also going to see Pluto turning direct in the energy of Capricorn. So it is a busy month. Let's get in here and not waste any time. All right, Leo. So first at the beginning of the month, we've got Mercury entering into the energy of Libra. So this is going to light up your third house space. So it's all about communications, marketing deals. You know, if you're writing something or studying something new, Mercury is going to be your friend at this particular time. Now, the challenge that can happen when Mercury activates this particular area of your chart is to remember you can take on almost too much information, or you're indecisive between the information that is coming to you. So that is not necessarily Mercury in its power in an air energy, because it can get a bit overwhelmed. But instead, where this is really great is seeing information from multiple perspectives, seeing all sides, being able to consider more deeply the integration or both pieces of information that you are given. Now, this is absolutely phenomenal in the third house for signing contracts, making deals, and things like that. So let me know in the comment section down below. Are you striking a new deal? Are you getting married? Are you writing a book? You finally signing with that publisher? Buying a house? What are you doing? Let me know in the comment section down below. All right, on the 8th, we see Venus out of Leo, out of your sign. I know it's been good, but sometimes it's like too good. Now with Venus moved on to the energy of Virgo, it's lighting up your second house. So now we've got this consideration happening in this beautiful second house. Now there's been a lot of work that's happened here. Mercury did some retrograding here. So you've had a review of your finances, okay? But with Venus here, Venus is an attracting in energy. So Venus is like, yes, you've done the work. Now let me pull it and call it to you. So what you've been wanting, what you've been working on in terms of your finances, your value, the way that your self-worth and self-esteem has changed in a way that it can adjust how you attract money to you, how you work with it. Now, Venus in Virgo is also highly practical. Okay, so I think that this is an interesting position to experience, because what you might also be doing is building something or adjusting something in your finances where you're like, yes, I do want the money to come to me for this. It's very practical. It's very oriented towards achieving something likely in the material plane. With Venus and Virgo, I'm going to tell you, Leo, you want to be mindful too, though. Don't be nitpicky with your money, and don't be nitpicky with the relationships in your life. Be discerning, not nitpicky, okay? When we get to the 10th, we see Pluto turning direct in the energy of Capricorn. And this is going to come direct at 27 degrees. Now, Pluto has already been here it's been working through Capricorn energy since 2008. But it's already come past this 27 degrees and moved all the way to that 0 degrees of Aquarius in March. This is a revision to it. So Pluto is going back over for you. It's asking you to really look at the things that you needed to let go of, Leo, because you simply couldn't control them in your 6th house of daily routines, health, wellness, what was going on internally, and thus it became externalized, right? Whatever it is that you feel like there's been a power struggle or a control issue, maybe it's much better this time as you're reviewing it than it has been in the last couple years, but it is still a symbol with Pluto of let the fight go. Because by letting the fight go, whatever has been going on here in this area, you actually are stepping into your true power. It's an empowered and transformed position. And you, again, have already been here. So these are just the last vestiges of what's left here getting cleared out. On the 12th, we see Mars entering into the energy of Scorpio, where it is in domicile because it is comfortable ruling this scorpionic energy. Mars here is going to light up your fourth house space, home, family, real estate, property. So a little passion, a little course correction, and definitely some motion is happening at home. So things that need to get done, we are getting them done. Mars is going to bring action to this area of your life. And in the energy of Scorpio, what I think is beautiful is that it's Mars who wants to go directly at what it's working on, but in Scorpio. So it's working beneath the surface, and it's very focused on what is the root that needs to be handled here. What is the root of my desire? What is the root of why or how I need to take action? It's a very focused, penetrating kind of energy. And in a really interesting way, if there needs to be a little chaos or there needs to be a little fight, sometimes it can feel like there's a little bit of a crisis that is happening. You get the opportunity with Mars and Scorpio to go, okay, hold on. Why am I going through what I'm going through? What did I do? What did I think? What did I plop into the water that has that rippling back to me? You really get to look at where your actions are taking you in your home life. It's a phenomenal energy. Okay, on the 14th, we're going to welcome this new moon solar eclipse at 21 degrees of Libra, also here in this third house energy where Mercury lies as well. Now, as you're going to experience this new moon solar eclipse over here, it's the first of many, and we've already seen that the Aries and Libra axes is in action. So first thing that I think of with this new moon is planting your seeds of intention, because even though it is an eclipse, it's still about having the fresh start, but sometimes the fresh start has to come on the heels of surrendering something else. And what the third house gives a good indicator of is that there's an awareness for you about all of these details in your relationship. It's busy. You're doing a lot of social things that are happening in regards to your relationship. And I think that you're realizing too that it's like, hold on, there is a primary relationship that needs my attention. It may need me to come about it in a more creative way. This is a Venus ruled energy. Are you doing something at this time that is absolutely beautiful and you are being a part of a team? There's a beautiful recognition that is happening. There's a forward motion being set in play that is really about your integration and understanding the interdependence that has to come with the Libra and Aries axes. And you get the opportunity to start it now in your environments, in your relationships, in your business deals, in how you communicate, in what you're learning. Sometimes we learn something younger and it's like, nope, that's not for me. And then you get older and you're like, well, I'd really like to have that kind of community, that kind of relationship in my life. But we have to do the learning on how to actually have that kind of relationship. And this speaks very much so to that over this next 6 months. On the 22nd, we have got a busy day. We've got Mercury moving out of that Libra energy into Scorpio, and also the Sun moving into Scorpio. So the fourth house is busy this month. Now, not only do you have Mars here bringing action, so you're taking actions, you have a desire, you're pointed at something is being presented to you that has got you very busy or is changing the direction of your life. Now, Mercury is here with the thinking cap on, right? Ready to make decisions, ready to have conversations, ready to ask the deeper questions of ourselves and others. What motivates me? What is my motive, not my intention behind what it is that I'm doing? We're observing our lives in a different way so that we are making the deepest, most root-based decisions for ourselves. And the Sun is supporting this, bringing light, heat, life, and vitality over this next 4 weeks to say, okay, now we understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. I understand the depth of where something is coming from or going to for me. I can build a strategy and an idea around how to get there. I can tap into my vulnerable places of my emotions and not have to feel like I have to control it or I feel like I have to hide it in some way, but instead step into it with an effort of empowerment and a little bit of glory that comes behind understanding your own scorpionic energy. On the 28th, as we're going to end this month, we've got our full moon lunar eclipse, the last one in Taurus, happening at 5 degrees of Taurus. Now, this is going to light up your 10th house space, okay? So the full moon is still asking us to end something, acknowledge something, or to make an adjustment. But because this is an eclipse, it's a blotting out. It's a reset to your emotional life, right? It's a reset to the way that you've been seeing something in your public life, your career, in your soul level calling, in your relationship titles with the world. Now, this is just a partial eclipse, but it's enough, I think, Leo, to give you this beautiful reset where it's like, whoa, maybe for years you were working really hard and now all of a sudden your name is up there in lights. People are seeing you. You're doing the thing. People know your name. And that means you have to acknowledge and adjust your time of not having your name in lights, right? This could be job situations that come to fruition for you when it's like, where have they been? You know what I mean? And for many, many others, it can be things like changes of title. Maybe you went from being single, your childhood taught you, I don't think that I want marriage. I don't think that I want that. I don't think I want a committed partnership. And now at a different place in your life, you're like, yes, I would like to try that. And you're changing your title. You're going from single to married, from parent to grandparent to, right? We have these title changes that we also carry in public. And this is really, really based a lot in the fact that we've also had a beautiful Venus retrograde that happened for several months for us. Your self-esteem, the things that you value, how you value yourself, things from the past that needed last minute cleanups so that you could really fulfill your full value were taken care of, I think, in that retrograde, and a healing not only to the heart, but to the psychological parts of you that needed to understand how fertile you are when you are able to attract in and be clear about what it is that you really, really value, especially in the material and intimate planes of our relationships. So this is going to be a month where I'm interested, Leo. Let me know in the comment section down below, what is changing for you? We have this eclipse after that Venus retrograde. What did you see and how are you even starting to see it play out for you in where you are attracting something different, very much so in the material plane? I look forward to seeing what that is for you, walking with you. If you have not signed up already for my webinar that is coming up about interdependence, working with this Libra and Aries axes, I would love to see you there. It's actually going to be happening September 23rd. So if you're listening to this early, there's time for you to get signed up for it. If not, there'll definitely be a link available for replay. So just make sure you check all of this out in the description box down below. All right, beautiful Leos, have a great month.